Selama pandemi, peran sektor pertanian di Indonesia cukup signifikan. Pasalnya, sektor pertanian berhasil meningkatkan pertumbuhan PDB sektor pertanian sekitar 2,19% dibandingkan tahun sebelumnya. Hal ini ditegaskan oleh Food and Agriculture Organization atau FAO melalui perwakilannya untuk Indonesia. Kepala FAO di Indonesia, Trenchard, saat audiensi dengan Menteri Pertanian pada 23 April 2021 lalu menyampaikan bahwa saat masa sulit seperti pandemi sekarang ini, sektor pertanian di Indonesia telah memberikan kontribusi dan mempertahankan pertumbuhan ekonomi positif. Hal tersebut merupakan sebuah pencapaian yang luar biasa dan patut dihargai.
Agriculture has always been incredibly important in Indonesia for hundreds, if not thousands of years. But I think what we've seen in the last year, the last 2 years, but particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic, is the continuing and critical importance of agriculture. It's the one sector in this really difficult time that's continued to grow, both in terms of the economic output of agriculture, but also we see really impressive achievements in terms of productivity, and also we see how many people have gone back to agriculture as the whole economy here in Indonesia, but across the world, struggles. Agriculture's resilience and its importance continues to grow. This is obviously in large part due to the incredible work of Indonesia's millions of women and men farmers, but also thanks to the remarkable support that's provided by the ministry at the national level, at the provincial level and the district level, and also the role played by universities, by civil society organisations, and of course the private sector that continues to drive agricultural growth across the country. I've worked for the United Nations for more than 25 years. I've lived and I've worked in Latin America, across Africa, in the Arab region, and also in many parts of South Asia and Southeast Asia. There are so many things that have really struck me about agriculture here in Indonesia. And also the way that the agricultural minister works to support agriculture. Indonesia, as we know, is a remarkable country, 17,000 islands, 5,000 kilometers long, etc. Incredible diversity in terms of people, in terms of food, in terms of environment, etc. And we see this all captured in agriculture. We see that on the one hand, agriculture's productivity in many areas is incredibly high, but also we know that it can always improve. We see incredible diversity across the agricultural sector, the types of foods that are being produced, from the staples of rice and maize, also the vegetables, the horticultural crops, also the spices as well. We must remember that Indonesia is an incredibly important spice producer around the world.
Richard terkesan akan teknologi agriculture war room milik Kementerian Pertanian. Ia mengatakan AWR sangat luar biasa karena menghubungkan Menteri Pertanian dengan pertanian di 17.000 lebih pulau di Indonesia. Richard juga melihat peran serta perguruan tinggi, organisasi masyarakat, dan juga sektor swasta yang terus mendorong pertumbuhan pertanian di negara ini. Apresiasi FAO terhadap pertanian Indonesia diharapkan menjadi stimulus penting yang melancarkan program-program Kementerian Pertanian dalam membangun pertanian di masa pandemi. Apalagi sebelumnya FAO telah mendukung Kementerian Pertanian melalui 650 proyek dan program kerjasama, serta dukungan lebih dari 1.600 tenaga ahli, serta konsultan nasional dan internasional.
I think this is what really strikes me. The other thing, and I would say I've worked in many countries, I've just come out of the agricultural war room, this incredible space inside the ministry, which connects the minister to people across all 17,000 islands. It's incredible. It's the connectivity of the central government and the central ministry with his agricultural workers in the provinces and the districts, but also with farmers, also with universities, and of course the private sector, able to discuss, identify problems, identify solutions, etc., to gather information on what's going on, but also to share information in terms of the solutions. There's a training course going on now with spice producers, etc. It's incredible. So I think the one thing I see is the modernization of the agricultural sector here. It's modernity, digitalization, these things that we hear talked about so much. It's really happening here in Indonesia. FAO, but also our other Rome-based agencies, Sisters and Brothers, WFP and IFAD, we work really closely with the ministry, other ministries as well, and also with farmers and the private sector to really drive agricultural growth here. So when I look back and think about Indonesia, I think it's just the diversity, it's the production intensity that's going on. Also, it's the work that's being done to really develop the value chain, to reduce food loss and waste, but also to ensure that every Indonesian can have access to healthy, affordable food. And I think when we look at the statistics, and even though the world, and Indonesia is no exception, is really struggling with COVID, we can see that agricultural production is going up. We can see that there's incredible progress towards agricultural food self-sufficiency, and also really driving exports as well. It's a critical way of both feeding sisters and brothers in neighbouring countries and across the world, but also bringing in important revenue in these difficult times.
Tim TV Tani mengabarkan.